As you probably noticed, Mr. H is not here today. I'm not feeling very well at all, but I will be back on Thursday. There is a do now. It's a Q for H. I ask that you write your question for Horton in the do now. I'll take a look at them and I'll be able to answer them when I'm back on Thursday as well. So you do have to make sure that you have a Q for H written down. I'll give you about 3 minutes or so. You could pause the video and to fill out that do now, and then we'll get started after your 3 minutes or so. So pause the video at this point. And now that we're back, we have to talk about what we're doing today. We are working this class period on your new organism projects. I'll tell you a little bit more about it in just a moment. You'll notice in the home learning down in the lower right says NH/work on the new organism. I'll let you know what that means in just a moment. As far as today goes, no know-its or vocab because we're still working on our projects. Starting off as always, 3 something cools. So your heartbeat is unique. Each individual's heartbeat is different than everybody else's, much like an iris or a fingerprint. But instead of having a password that requires a fingerprint scan, a heartbeat is much, much more complicated to try to replicate, especially yours. It's much more difficult to try to fool or to steal somebody's heartbeat to replay. So there are a couple of companies that are working on password software that requires you to show or to put the device near your heart to be able to listen to it, which is kind of interesting or cool. Second, something cool. This is a photoshopped image, but the idea is actually real. So there are a couple of government contractor agencies, specifically DARPA, a defense contractor, who's working on removable memory. So if you wanted to, you could plug in different disks into your brain to like upload information or even download information from your brain onto different little flash sticks. I'm not sure if like putting the disk in, if it would teach you something and then you could remove the disk, or as soon as you removed it, maybe you forgot it. But the idea behind it is to be able to teach individuals subjects very quickly, like how to, I don't know, build a shelter or how to learn calculus. So you would just be able to download the information just from a disk, which is pretty awesome. Third, something cool. This is, oops, there it goes. This is a Lego model. It's a life-size replica of a Bugatti Chiron. I believe the cost of the model is about $2.5 million because of the sheer number of pieces that make this thing up. It does drive, and all of this is made out of Legos, except for the wheels. The wheels are the only part that aren't. Because they have to be able to hold the weight of the model itself to be able to move. So it does move. It moves using the EV3 Lego Mindstorm motors, which is the exact same that you use in robotics, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, you could get that full-scale model if you wanted to, if you had the money for it. Anyway. As far as today is concerned, you are going to be working on your new organism project. You'll have the entirety of the class period, like we said. By the end of the class period, you do need to be done all the way up through part 3. If you haven't gotten done all the way through part 3, then you do have some work that you're going to have to do at home, because the next class period, that'll be the last time in class that you'll be able to work on this project. So you want to make sure that you're getting done at least through part 3 today. You can move around the room and you can work with people, but just keep in mind what your deadline is and keep an eye on the clock, because the more that you're able to get done in class means the less that you'll have to do at home. If you have any questions, you can email Mr. H. I'll try to answer them whenever I have some time. Hopefully it'll be during the class period itself. But if not, then I'll be able to address those on Thursday. You can skip ahead and go on to different sections. If there's something that was slowing you down, just move past it, and then we'll be able to fill it in on Thursday. In any case, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you when I get back.